In the grand palace of King Ahasuerus, ruler of Persia, a lavish celebration unfolds. Nobles from all 127 provinces gather as gold and silver sparkle, and wine flows freely. Queen Vashti hosts her own banquet for the women, renowned for her beauty and will. Soon, we'll meet Esther and her wise cousin, Mordecai. And lurking in the shadows is Haman, whose pride threatens many. The story of Esther is about to begin. On the 7th day of the feast, the king, in high spirits from wine, summoned Queen Vashti to appear before his guests and display her beauty. Vashti, however, refused the king's command, not out of modesty or principle, but because she believed herself above the king's wishes. Her refusal shocked the court. It was not simply an act of disobedience, but a display of pride and arrogance, as Vashti saw herself as superior to the king's authority. The king, feeling deeply insulted by her attitude, consulted his advisors. As a result, Vashti was removed from her position and lost her crown. With the throne now vacant, the search for a new queen began. Vashti's downfall was not simply defiance, but the consequence of her pride and belief that she was above the king himself. With Vashti gone, the king's advisors proposed a search for a new queen. Beautiful young women from every province were brought to the palace, including Esther, a humble Jewish orphan. Esther's grace and humility won her favor, and she kept her identity secret as Mordecai advised. The king was captivated by Esther and crowned her queen, but Esther's greatest challenge, and her people's fate, still lay ahead. Hey there! If you're enjoying this story, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring content. Your support means a lot to us. The stories of Vashti and Esther reveal two kinds of beauty. Vashti's beauty was legendary, but her pride led to her downfall. She valued her own will above her role and lost everything. Esther, though also beautiful, was defined by humility and wisdom. She listened to advice, acted with grace, and won favor through her gentle spirit. Her inner beauty made her truly great. In contrast, Haman, a rising official, was consumed by pride and hatred. His lack of character made him dangerous. While Esther's humility brought her honor, Haman's arrogance would lead to destruction. The contrast is clear. Outer beauty fades, but inner character endures. Esther's story teaches us that true greatness comes from within. Her courage and compassion set her apart. Haman's pride would soon threaten an entire people. The palace was a place of both beauty and danger. Esther's inner strength would be tested as darkness gathered. In the end, it is the heart that defines a true queen. The story's lesson: what's inside matters most. After Esther became queen, Haman rose to power, second only to the king. The king ordered everyone to bow to himself as a sign of loyalty, but Mordecai refused, honoring only God. Haman's pride turned to fury when he learned of Mordecai's defiance. He plotted revenge, not just against Mordecai, but all Jews in the empire. Haman convinced the king that a certain people were a threat. The king gave Haman his signet ring, granting him power. A shadow of death now hung over the Jews of Persia. The fate of an entire people was at stake. The time for courage had come. Haman's decree went out. On a set day, all Jews were to be killed. Haman celebrated, certain of his power. But that night, the king couldn't sleep. He read the royal records and discovered Mordecai had saved his life. Haman arrived, hoping to destroy Mordecai. Instead, the king asked how to honor someone special. To Haman's shock, he was ordered to honor Mordecai. Haman's pride led to his humiliation. The tables were turning. When Mordecai learned of Haman's plot, he mourned, and Jews across the kingdom wept and fasted. Esther, distressed, learned of the decree and sent to find out why Mordecai was grieving. Mordecai urged her to plead with the king for her people. Esther hesitated. Approaching the king uninvited could mean death. Mordecai's words echoed, "Who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this?" Esther realized her purpose was greater than her own safety. She asked the Jews to fast for her, and for 3 days they sought God's help. With courage, Esther resolved, "If I perish, I perish." She embraced her destiny, risking everything for her people. Esther stepped forward, ready to face the king. The story's turning point was here. After 3 days of fasting, Esther approached the king, risking her life. The king welcomed her, offering to grant her request. Esther wisely invited the king and Haman to a banquet, then another. At the second banquet, the king pressed her for her true request. Esther revealed Haman's plot. "Spare my life and my people, for we are to be destroyed." The king was shocked and demanded to know who was responsible. Esther pointed to Haman, this vile enemy. Haman, terrified, begged for his life. The king, enraged, ordered Haman to be executed on the very gallows he had built for Mordecai. The evil Haman planned for others came back upon him. The Jews were saved and their enemies defeated. God's providence had turned sorrow into joy. Esther's courage and wisdom brought deliverance. The story's great reversal was complete. Justice had triumphed over evil. The queen's bravery changed the fate of a nation. The palace was filled with celebration once more. Esther's legacy was secured. The story of Esther is a lesson in true greatness. Vashti's beauty and Haman's power could not save them from pride and downfall. Esther's inner strength, her humility, wisdom and courage made her a true hero. She listened to advice, acted with patience, and risked her life for her people. God honored her faith and used her to save a nation. The proud were brought low, and the humble were lifted up. Mordecai was promoted, and the Jews celebrated deliverance. Esther's legacy is not just her beauty, but her character. True beauty is found in a humble heart and a courageous spirit. The story's final lesson: greatness comes from within. Pride leads to destruction, but faith and humility bring victory. Esther's example inspires us to trust God and act with courage. Her story is a reminder that anyone, no matter their background, can make a difference. The beauty that lasts is the beauty of character. Esther's faith changed history. Her courage saved a nation. Her story continues to inspire. True beauty never fades.